Here we go. Rod Dillingham, the 6'2" shifty guard from Kentucky, number 0. We are going to break him down in the latest Hoops profile, but before we do, I just want to give a special shout out. We've been gaining subscribers like crazy lately. We're up to 108. I want to give a big shout out to Skytails Champion, Mo, JWH Fab, Mike, Stenitz, Bird Dog, and Ash. I just want to thank you guys for all the support. We've had more subscribers since then. I just didn't get your names pulled up yet. I'll try to get you a shout out in the next video, but let's get right into the tape of Rod Dillingham. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for when we go live. Let's get into it. Here we have Rod Dillingham, number 0 for Kentucky. I'm excited and fired up about this one. Can't wait to get into it. He is here at the top of the key. They list him at 6'3", but there's no way this kid's 6'3". This kid's tiny. But I just want to highlight this right off the bat. And I wanted to wait till I got a game against good competition before I break him down. Because these elite players, these really talented players, you're not going to be able to get a good evaluation unless they're playing against good competition. So here's Rod, man. This guy's burst. It's elite. So you see the defender tries to play the passing lane and retreat. For someone like Rod, I mean, he just blows by him. That burst just in 2 steps. The guy has no chance. No chance. He's just beat. Now, the help is it didn't come over quick enough to try to take this charge or block the shot. This should be an easy floater off the glass. He misses this shot. I would like to see him go up stronger than that with 2 hands, or have better touch off the glass. He missed a floater, but that burst is elite. Let's check the J. Can't really see his feet, but he seems to be on balance. His body's pointing in an odd direction, though. It's like pointing that way. I'm not keen on his body positioning for shooting. You can see how his guide hand is kind of funky on top of the ball there. And as a result, he's probably going to kick out his legs. Yep, as expected, he kicks his legs out and fades a little bit. All in all, the form is pretty compact. His follow-through is lower than I like it to be. I'd like it to be a little bit higher. But I need to see more. I need to see more on his jump shots. Another jump shot, another angle. This is another small thing I just want you to realize with Rod Dillingham, who's right here, and his burst and his ability to change directions. I mean, it's absolutely elite. He's so quick, so twitchy. I mean, absolutely loses his man. Fakes like he's coming up, and then just cuts to the basket. In the blink of an eye, that guy's head's turned. He was gone. I mean, he does nothing good. Nothing happens off of this, but holy crap, that burst, man! It pops. It pops off the tape. All right, this time we're gonna highlight Rod Dillingham coming off of this simple motion set. Basically, what's gonna happen? The big man's gonna come down and set a down screen. He's gonna fake like he's going baseline and then come back off and catch the ball. And we're gonna roll it and break it down. Here comes the screen down. He comes off of the screen. Now he's got the ball at the elbow. He has some options here. He can dump it down to the big guy if there's an opening, but more than likely he's going to take his man dribble drive middle, or he can fake and then dribble drive, which would create a double team and a drop off. We'll see what happens. Got multiple options off this set. Nice little hesitation, float me. Okay. It's just he moves around the court so quick. That little move, that little tiny move, freedom, gave him a step on the defender. I would have liked him to take one more dribble to the basket. All right, so see right here where he plants? Just that one little fake, like he's gonna spin, opens up the lane for this drive. I would like to see him take one more dribble and then explode to the rim, or if this guy steps up, hit that kick pass to the corner. But I like the float game. He's a tiny guy. Float me. He should have went with that left-hand layup. I think he could have got there with that left hand, but you can just see the quickness pops off the page. So we're going to analyze Dillingham's form. Now, this is Rod Dillingham at the foul line. He's a good player, but I just don't know about these mechanics. We've seen elite players that have elite traits, have funky shots, and they're able to make it work. I just do not like the consistency of what he's doing here. This ball needs to be over here so his arm is already lined up and his elbow's not flared out. It's on the wrong half of his body. It's a really odd way to shoot. And as you can see, he's got to bring the ball. He brings the ball from this side of his body across. So it's going to make it inconsistent to be able to get yourself lined up to shoot. His elbow is out. It's not in. His elbow needs to be out. Because what happens is this ball now can, instead of it being straight where you follow through, see his follow through would be straight like this. It can vary. It can be to the left. It can be to the right. I really don't like that shot. I've seen several people in the NBA make it work for them. I'm not a fan of it. And yeah, brick off the back of the rim. Follow through needs to be a little bit higher as well. He needs a higher follow through. This player right here didn't call the screen out. It definitely looks like he was blindsided by this screen, and it's an illegal screen. But I would definitely like to see in future reps that when the screen comes, Dillingham use that foot speed and quickness and burst and go up into the defender's body and over the screen. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Here's Dillingham again. He's going to be put in the pick and roll. And what we talked about earlier comes back to bite him in the butt. All right, so here is the screen. Usually when this occurs, this screen happens, your teammate is calling out screen. Screen, screen, screen! So what needs to happen is this foot needs to go over and either turn the defender back, or you get all the way up to be able to slide around the screen, up and over. What keeps happening with Dillingham is what we call dying on the screen, where he just takes the full brunt of every screen. He's got to start stepping up and over. Boom. And that caused him to get beat. Now he's trying to get back into play, and he pushes off on the offensive guy. That's a personal foul. Rod Dillingham, top of the key. Kind of on the wing. Pressing up on his man, get a little ball pressure going. We're going to show this clip because we've been killing him about stepping over the screen. Somebody must have got in his ear. Because here we go. Ball screen's coming. Here it is. Ball screen's coming. Let's see what he does this time. Boom! He stepped up, turned the ball carrier back. I love it. I love it. He's capable of it. He's got the quickness. Now the defender's in peril. Too bad Reed Shepherd decided to leave his feet. That guy got completely stuffed at the rim. Rod, missing that three still. We got to fix that form. He's streaky, but he could be way more consistent with his jump shot if he got his mechanics in order. All right, here we got the little guy, Rod Dillingham, in amongst the trees. Love to see rebounds like this out of small guards. He just goes up and gets it. I love that possession. Here we have an example of Dillingham out top. He's super bursty, super twitchy. Can change speeds at the blink of an eye, but here's an example of a young player that doesn't really quite understand how to use it fully. As this defender decides to go into the screen. I'll be honest, defensively, I have no idea what this defender's doing, but we have this whole lane for Dillingham to go. He just needs to hit it and get it right now. You can see Dillingham is actually staring at his defender and kind of wondering what he's doing. He's like, what are you doing? And so then he's like, yeah, I'm just going to take it. But then he changes his mind, right? He should have just kept going. If he keeps going, this defender is on his hip. And then he can just lean into the defender, get the layup, or jump stop, explode into the defender and get the layup and one. He needs to keep going here. But this is just, he's young and he's figuring out how to use all those God-given tools that he has. Now, this is a no-no at any level for a point guard. You do not pick your dribble up at the nail for any reason. There's no reason for him to pick his dribble up here. Almost leads to a turnover, but he gets away with it right there. If this is the possession after Dillingham nearly turned the ball over in the lane, one thing you'll say about Dillingham, he does not lack for confidence at all. As soon as he gets this pass, he was ready for it, man. He's missed how many threes? His feet are better. And to be honest with you, this pass actually kind of helps him out because the ball doesn't start as much on the other side of his body. His elbow's tucked in a little bit better because of the way this pass happened and the way he got into the footwork of this shot. He was able to just go up all in one motion. That was pretty impressive stuff for a guy who's been off tonight. This rep is for those who say coaching doesn't matter. I want to illustrate to you, I can tell you for 100% certainty that somebody got into his ear on the bench in a timeout. 100%. Because here's another screen, a complete difference from the beginning of the game. He steps over the screen and fights over it. This is the second time he's done that. You see how he changed his feet and went over the screen? I love that. A coach got in his ear in a timeout, explained to him what he needs to do, and he put it into action. Right, here's Dillingham again. This freaky athlete doesn't really know what he's doing with it. Not really sure what he was going for. I guess because his hands are small, he tried to cup it. You can see that he tried to cup it, and he just loses it on the way up. He just needs to grab the ball with two hands, go up with two hands. But again, this is where I'm trying to tell you, he's not 6'2". He's not tall. He's not 6'3". He's smaller than that. And I'm guessing at the combine, it's going to come out he's got tiny hands too, because he tried to cup that ball and he couldn't do it. He needs to go up with two hands strong there. All right, Dillingham is going to get the ball with about 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Kentucky needing a bucket. North Carolina closing in. He's going to just use his speed and his strength and explosiveness to get to the middle of the paint and just raise up and hit a little floater. I like it. I like the guts. One thing about Dillingham, he's unafraid. In the clutch again. Dillingham with Kentucky up a point. Gets the ball cleared out. He's just going to take his guy one-on-one. Goes left. Will fake. Will jelly off the glass. Outside of Dillingham's twitchiness, the best thing about him is that he's fearless. He's completely fearless. He has what I like to call irrational confidence. You can see Calipari right here signal to him to just take his man off the dribble. He said, just take him. You can see it. He tells him to just take him, and then they go. Here we go. Dillingham gets to his left hand, just into his body, floats it, hits him with the too little meme. A little too little. I mean, he's got guts, man. I like the kid. I like the kid. And that is it for me today, guys. This is the profile of Rod Dillingham. Man, I love the kid's mentality. He's just absolutely fearless. Let me know what you think about him in the comments down below. He's got some positives and negatives like any player. Super twitchy, rocked up athlete. They say he's 6'2", but he definitely is not. His form, as you can see, needs a lot of work. He needs to be on balance more, needs to get that elbow in. The ball doesn't need to start on the other half of his face. Just a weird form and follow through. But there's just a lot of things to like, especially his competitiveness and his fearlessness, man. I love that. But we're going to continue this thing. I appreciate all the support, man. This channel is growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you for all the support. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like it. If not, a dislike, subscribe for more. Take care. See you next time.